So this has got to be day 23 of Piracetam and Lion Diet. Just very, very strict on the Lion Diet, not going off at all. No kombucha, no honey, no cheese, no eggs. Do take chlorella though at night. Take chlorella before I go to bed. Then I just load up on magnesium glycinate, sleep minerals, and salt. A lot of magnesium though. Taking a lot of magnesium after the chlorella is key. Total game changer. Sleeping like a baby, having crazy dreams. I just took a bunch of supplements, so that's why I burped that particular time. Someone asked me, why do you burp so much? And a lot of times it's because I take salt pills and stuff throughout the day, and those hit my digestive system, and then I just burp, because salt plus acid equals gas. Methylene blue, took vitamin D today. Chlorella. I'm trying to think. Oh, not smoking weed is very, very, very nice. I like John McAfee said that when he was selling drugs, his favorite drug users were the weed users, because they would just never move. Nothing ever changed in their life. They would just consistently buy weed and never go anywhere. And he liked that. And I can honestly tell you that that's kind of very similar to my own experience with weed. I was doing a lot of reflecting yesterday on the whole timeline of my life, including before weed, after weed, during weed, all this stuff. And the intermittent periods before I started smoking weed where I would quit for up to like 6 months. And everything that went on during there. And I can honestly say I was like a lot of my business genius, my best business results always happen when I'm not smoking weed. And it's not because I'm not a hard worker. It's not because I'm lazy. It's not because I don't know how to hustle. None of those reasons. It's just because constantly in my head is this little guy who's just optimizing all of my thoughts. Like literally, like I just listen, I'm staring at the storefront. I'm just having thoughts. I'm like looking at the font, and I'm like, what do I think about the font? What do I think about the store? What do I think about the brick? What do I think about this? What if I sold brick? What if I made that font? What if I designed my own font? What if I made a magazine? And it's just going. Like, it's just going. It's going on so many different levels at once that it's just like, it's kind of crazy. And it just builds. It just builds on itself. It just builds like over days and weeks and months. Like, just all these thoughts, just optimizing things. Like, I remember one time when I was in like 4th grade, my brother's friend's dad came over the house, and he saw one picture frame that was slightly crooked, and he looks at me and he goes, Devin, how do you allow this to happen in your house? And he was right. Like, I'm just so on it usually when I'm not having insomnia or like smoking weed, which go together. I mean, pretty much just the weed use goes with the insomnia, because otherwise I'm just like, I feel good. Why would I smoke weed? I feel good. Like, everything is working great. Why would I smoke weed? It makes me less clear-headed. But if having insomnia and shitting my brains out and having gut issues, then I'm just like, give me the weed. So, but I'm thinking back to that, and I'm just like, that is the sort of person I am fundamentally, like when I'm not having health problems and stuff. And yeah, I don't think I really ever, there are periods of time where I've had health problems where I didn't smoke weed, but there isn't really any period of time where I didn't have health problems that I was smoking weed. So that's interesting to note, because, and that's really like how I just quit smoking weed, is I just stopped having health problems. And I was like, now I'm tired. Like, literally, I could just smoke weed. Then I'd be like, I feel tired. And then I just stopped smoking weed. It was a process over a few months, but I mean, I guess I don't really, like, I've just been taking Piracetam, Lion Diet, been sleeping great, having pretty good poops. I mean, I get like diarrhea still a little bit, but not like anything like the irritable bowel syndrome that I had years ago. and ongoing up until recently. So, yeah, like just not smoking weed. It's great. I mean, I would encourage anyone who feels like they need to smoke weed all the time, like really look into your health. Like, how good is your health? How good is your brain function? Like, if you're really functioning, would you want to smoke weed? Like, I don't know. I keep thinking, I'm like, I think I just smoked weed because my health issue, like, it would distract me from the health issues, which is what my brain was constantly trying to optimize. But, like, I just didn't have the knowledge at the time to fix said health issues. So, obsessing over them wasn't helping me. So, I would just feel insanely neurotic unless I smoked weed, and I would smoke weed, and then the neurotic optimization would end, and then I'd be able to focus on the present moment. But now, the neurotic optimization is the present moment. Like, if I have enough crazy thoughts about something, I just go do it in my actual life. And then my life is now different. And I'm not like John McAfee's person who has this life that never changes. I'm like, if I'm like, I need to start manufacturing sunscreen. Like, I'll just start manufacturing sunscreen. I'm like, I need to change my entire sleep schedule. I just do that. Or if I'm like, I need to, like, whatever it is I need to do, I just do it. If I'm like, I need to, like, reconfigure the entire website, I just do it because I have the brain function to do it. That's not my wife. That was my wife for a second. I'm waiting for her. She's getting the store at Ulta. But, I just, like, I have the brain function to do it, so I just go do it. I think school is something that would, like, if I was stuck in, like, a corporate job or, like, school or something, or, like, prison. School is kind of like prison. Like, I remember being in elementary school, middle school, and being like, even like high school. But high school, I kind of just started doing my own thing to a very large degree. Like, I would just invent my own classes. But like, literally, I would invent my own classes. So, like, middle school and elementary school, I remember, like, being like, I feel like I'm in prison, but I don't remember committing a crime. Weed might have been more appealing to me at that point, but probably not, though. Because, I mean, maybe, I don't know. I mean, yeah, even elementary school, I didn't feel great physically. Like, I remember just being, like, tired a lot of the time, not being able to really sleep when I wanted to, but it wasn't really an issue yet. I just read a lot of books, and I just read books under my desk, and that was kind of like my rebellion, was like, I'm just going to, like, read books. Screw you. I'm not going to do what you want. But I feel like weed is, like, very much a coping mechanism. It really is like a coping mechanism, because when I feel good, like my sophomore year of high school is actually, like, when I was doing a lot of really healthy stuff, and, like, that was counteracting the overall negative trend of my health at that period of time. So I had this, like, really great peak of health. My junior year of high school, sophomore year of high school. Junior year was when I had the giant insomnia episode and stuff. And then freshman year, I just didn't know enough about health to really optimize it. And then, but sophomore year, felt very, very healthy, very strong, very good. I remember I smoked weed twice. I smoked weed once in, like, April, and I was like, oh my god. And then, like, another time in the summer, like, my friends convinced me to smoke weed again, and I, like, did, and I was like, I'm gonna go to sleep and wait till this wears off. This sucks. Because it's like I feel so optimized right now. I feel like my brain is just optimizing my life, and I feel like I'm literally, like, living my best life, and my brain's, like, constantly triple checking that I'm living my best life, making sure there's nothing I could possibly do to make my best life better. And I'm just doing all the stuff that makes this my best life, and it's just always going in the back of my head. And then I'm, like, writing down stuff and journaling and planning, and then executing on those plans, then communicating with other people. And like, I just had one of my good friends over today, and we, like, created a whole series of chemical experiments we're going to do on the Piracetam that I'm taking to verify its quality and purity. And it's like I'm just constantly doing stuff like this when I'm healthy, when my brain works. And if I smoke weed, then I'm just like, I'm like I'm just stuck on this like train of thought that's like, and then I'm like, oh, and then I'm like, I want to watch a movie or something. And then it's like, it just kind of becomes its own cope where it's like, because I smoke, like, smoking weed with no tolerance is crazy. Like, I remember the last time I did it, like a month ago, and I was just like I just completely forgot what it was like to be optimized. That was like the right before I started on the Piracetam because Adderall was inhibiting my sleep, and I completely forgot what it was like to be optimized. That wasn't completely optimized because I was still on Adderall, and Adderall was still inhibiting my sleep. And I'm just like, and it's like now I'm just so optimized that it's like the amount of output my brain has is crazy. Like, I ran into issues with Amazon where it's like Amazon wants to have like their own partners certify your manufacturing facility, and I'm just like already creating designs for a manufacturing facility that meets all the certifications while figuring out how to sell on TikTok, while figuring out like how to like create other products that I can sell on Amazon that I can use as lead generation for my own website. Like, it's just like problem comes up, my brain just go boom, just immediately around the problem. I don't even have to like think about it. My brain just like does it instantly. Versus like if I'm like having insomnia, smoking weed, my gut's all destroyed. I'm just like, I don't know, like it just destroys the that could be it too. I mean, there isn't really a period of time where my health is optimized where I'm smoking weed. So my health sucks. My business ideas also suck. Because my brain just doesn't, because my brain's like, why are we focused on business? We need to get healthy. Like, why would stop thinking about making money? You need to like make your cells work. It's probably that. Because like now I just have excess mental energy. So I'm just constantly thinking, like I'm like right now, like in the back of my head, I'm just designing a magazine for Week to Warrior. Like I'm like a Week to Warrior magazine, training protocols, supplements, science, talking about lifestyle, have articles from athletes in there, like just going. And it probably in like a few months, 6 months or something, I'll just sit down and just design the entire magazine and just hit up a bunch of people. And then I'll have them in the magazine. And it's just like these projects that are going on in the back of my head that end up reaching fruition at some point when my optimizer just decides that they're already completely optimized. Weed definitely inhibits that though. Like that's why I don't smoke weed anymore, because once that started going, when my health was going well and my brain function was going well, my sleep was going well, I just smoke weed and then I just stopped being optimized. And I'm like, where's the optimization? It's like literally I'll be like sitting in the car and I'll be like reviewing options on takedowns from the Russian Thai. It's not even intentional. It's just like what my brain gravitates to because it gives me dopamine. Make of that what you will. So yeah, Piracetam, great. Very much enjoying Piracetam. Magnesium helps Piracetam work really well. Magnesium also, I think, makes my vision better. I loaded up on a ton of magnesium after the previous video I made about like why does my vision not feel like it's great, and my vision feels, but it just is way better. Like I'm making myself read signs and read license plates as I drive past, and like seeing how far away something can be while I can still read it. And like that license plate's like halfway across the parking lot, 9TK915. Magnesium, I think there's a connection with magnesium and vision. I don't know, maybe my vision was just kind of messed up because of not sleeping. But though when I wasn't sleeping, my vision was still pretty good. So I was probably taking a lot of magnesium then. I kind of just eased up on the magnesium because I didn't really need it to sleep. And it kind of gives me diarrhea if I take a ton of it. But if I take, so that's kind of like why I say like I still have a little bit of diarrhea because I love doing this. It does give me diarrhea, but I love doing this. I take like right after I'm like at night, I eat a bunch of steak. wait like 30 minutes. I take 8 tablets of chlorella, and then I just, every like 20 to 30 minutes, I just take 2 grams of magnesium glycinate for as long as I'm conscious. And then I just pass out, and I just go like a rock. It's awesome. I've been having like crazy dreams, like super vivid dreams. And that's really nice. And my vision feels a lot better. So there's probably a connection with magnesium and vision. I mean, of course there is. You need magnesium for like 600 to 1200 different enzymatic processes in the human body. So obviously magnesium probably helps with my vision. Probably just very magnesium deficient. I was also researching fascial training today, like training fascia with kettlebells and stuff. But I'll probably make another video on that because this video is starting to get on, and I don't want my wife to just come back in the middle of the video, and then I don't really have the thoughts on fascia. I mean, they are developed. It's just that's like a 30-minute video in its own right, is like all my thoughts on fascia training and mitochondrial training and tendon training and all of that jazz. I took a lower dose of, oh, there's my wife coming back. Took a lower dose of Piracetam yesterday, higher dose today. Feel really good. Just knocking on the window. Yeah, you can come in. You want to say hi, babe?